So it is possible for the exam board to ask you to create a world from scratch. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that at some point, so it's definitely something you need to know. So what you're going to need to do is firstly open Greenfoot. Now Greenfoot tends to remember your previous program that you've had open. So the first thing you're going to have to do is go to Scenario and New and give it a sensible name. So I'm just going to call this Video Grid because we need to set up something to do with the grid. So once that's been created, we can close off the old one and maximize this one. And then what we're going to do is you're going to right mouse click on the world class over here and go to new subclass. Now depending on what the question asks you to do is obviously going to be dependent on what you type now. So I'm just going to call mine land, as in this is the land, and I'm going to choose a background that's, I don't know, corkboard. They may tell you which one to pick, or they may give you a file and ask you to import it from the file. But you know, it's very similar either way. So just press OK, and that will create this subclass over here. And again, we've got these lines here, so if you press compile, what that will do is it will then create the background as your world. Now, the way that we've learnt to do the coding with the movement by moving one and turning 90 degrees, etc., doesn't work unless we change this to have an 8x8 grid. So what you're going to do is you're going to right mouse click on the land class and go to Open Editor. And here, where we have Super 600 400 1, we're going to have to change that to 8x8 with a 60 at the end. Okay, now again, they may tell you to have it so many pixels wide, etc. We can't predict that, but this is where you would change that in the exam to meet the criteria. Press compile. No syntax errors, so we can close that off, and you'll see that now we've got this familiar square grid here. Right, then they may ask you to add in different actors. So you right click on actor and go to new subclass. You get the same menu come up, so it might be that, I don't know, there's a caterpillar that needs to eat an apple. So the new subclass we could call apple, and then under food we can pick the apple that they want. Again, they might give us pictures that we need to import from the file, but again, you'll be able to do that, I'm sure. So press OK, the apple will appear over here. We can press compile. Any editing then we just do like normal, right click, open editor, and you've got your public void act here. So then it's just a case of carrying on as you would do normally, and we shouldn't really have any more problems after this point.